This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, 19, 50. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
They'll run on first down. Blanton, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Alert! 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Here's Watson. The loop, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, Nicholson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
That was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Shit. Hey, alert 3.
On 2nd down, it's Potter. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
You draw Corker. Rock it. Check it out, read. Hit it.
On third down, Potter. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the give, running right is Howard. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brings up 3rd and 2. Let's go. 8, read. 5. Come on, QB, come on. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Nicholson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
First and goal. 10 no run. You don't run out of that. Pick up the ball. 58, boys. 58. 58's Mike. Hey, seam 6. 58. Right over.
From the gun, Nicholson. The quick slant caught. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? 2nd and 2. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Saints 0.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go counter with Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, Nicholson. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Bang, 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 bang. Check time. Lucky.
On first down, it's Parker, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hatch it. Shift.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Fair. Watch the screen. Kill. Deuce. Check 9.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Don't be mad.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Watson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a give right side. Blanton. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Nicholson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. 37 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Watson. His throw incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Watson now to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hand.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because...
And this is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Brandon Cooks scoring a touchdown against his former mates as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now Howard. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Potter. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Nicholson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Nicholson. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Nicholson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
6-6, pull it high. Check 24, check 24. Check safety, check safety. Out.
This is Howard on second down, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They run with Howard, and the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again is Watson. And he comes back with one complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On first down, it's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, fellas.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Watch that. Sponge. No. Sit up. Hurry.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Again, it's Howard. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Nicholson. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
50, plant. 61, matchbox, right. Hey, wahoo. Now. 58, Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 58.
From the gun on third down. Nicholson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch, maybe you move some motion, maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, or all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Reset. UAT. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And a Buccaneer first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try the left side. Blanton. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Blanton. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Watson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line.
First down, Tampa Bay.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Give Three on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Saints' 24-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I know he ain't got it. Back.
Watson. It's complete to Diggs. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run the counter. Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 18, Gator. Check. Hey, Charlie. Now.
Back to throw. Nicholson. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nicholson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They run the counter. It's Howard, and the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Check 31.
Back to throw. Nicholson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Looking to throw. Nicholson. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
They'll run on first down. Blanton, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Watson off play action. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25. We got this. The Saints take over at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
Do you think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Running from the gun to Power. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Nicholson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Ready, break.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
All day. Big grip.
On first down, Parker. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
58 right over there. Smooth. Mike, 58 right there. Now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Nicholson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken at the 46. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on. Get it done.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Pick 6 all day. Don't throw my side.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel.